The part of the body that we're working on this week are the legs, and specifically the calf muscle in the lower leg. That's because, you know, spring is here. We're going to be wearing shorts and we want to have nice legs. Here's Betsy. Um, come on in. We just started. I was just telling everybody we're working on our legs. The calf muscle is called the gastrocnemius. Gastrocnemius. Interesting. Gastro is stomach. Nemia is leg. So it's the stomach of the leg in Greek or Latin, the stomach of the leg, because it's the big part of the leg. And it's actually a muscle that's divided. There's three muscles. The gastrocnemius is the two big muscles that run back from your knee to your heel. And then there's a muscle below that called the soleus that also is part of the calf muscle. So we're working on that. So get in a comfortable position to start as we breathe. And I need to mute somebody who's not. All right, let's breathe deeply. Big, slow, calm, even breaths. This deep breathing gets oxygen to every cell of your body, and realize that this is one of the absolute most important things you can do for your health every day. Deep breathing. Now, as you concentrate on your breath, you might want to throw in a couple of ujjayi breaths here and there. Ujjayi breath is the victory breath, the one where you close off your glottis in the back of your throat and you can hear yourself breathe like a little snore. I call it a Darth Vader breath. And the ujjayi breath is useful, especially when you're holding poses, because it makes you focus on your breath. If you can hear your breath, it makes you focus on it. And since we're working on our legs, we'll be holding some poses today. One more deep, long, very slow breath, and then bring your breathing back to normal. And let's please take a deep breath together and let's Om in. Om Bolu Satguru Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. Okay, let's begin in staff pose, Dandasana. So if your pelvis is not able to be tilted forward, and please feel free to use something to sit up on so that you can have an arch in your lower back, your chest is open, shoulders down. Now, flex your feet so that you can feel your calf muscles right now, just from the start, from the get-go, we're going to start feeling our calf muscles. And as you flex your feet, you can also feel your quads on the top of your legs. So see if you can keep your feet flexed like that throughout this pose. Tilt the pelvis forward. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, let your right hand float down, and the left arm will come beside your ear. Keep the feet flexed, keep the legs active. Bring the left shoulder back. Okay, push into your right hand, come all the way back up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Reach up, inhale, exhale. Left hand floats down, right arm comes beside the ear, right shoulder goes back. Keep the feet flexed, keep your legs active. Inhale, push both hands back up, reach up, inhale. Exhale, bring your arms, float them down. Bend your right knee into your chest. Keep the left leg flexed. Left arm hugs the right knee and inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, twist. Put the right hand behind you to prop up your spine vertically as you twist. Don't forget about that left foot. Keep the left foot flexed, the left leg active. A couple of deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Now, walk this foot out, the right foot out. Keep the left foot flexed and then just turn your body so that your chest is lined up over your left leg. And then see if you can put one hand on either side of the leg. If you have a block and you want to use blocks here, that works as well. And then you're just going to bring your chest forward. You don't have to come very far. Keep your back long. Don't collapse your lower back. Keep your chest open and your shoulders down from your ears. If you only come 1 inch here forward, that's okay. Just opening up this right hip here. Okay, one, come back up to center. Both legs straight back forward. Return to Tandasana, staff pose. Reset the spine. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, right hand floats down again. Left arm beside the ear. Reach over, open up the left ribs. Push into the right hand, come all the way back to center. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm beside the ear. Bring the right shoulder back. Push in the left hand all the way back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale, let your arms float down. Of course, your feet are still flexed, your knees are still up, your legs are still active. Bend your left knee, bring it into the chest. Right arm hugs the left knee. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale as you twist. Now keep the right foot flexed. Right muscles in the leg are active. I like to show you or introduce which muscles we're working on. So as you work them, you can visualize them. It really helps to visualize the muscle that you're working. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Now walk that left foot out, turn your body toward the right. Just one hand on either side of the leg, either on blocks or on the mat. And then just let your chest lean down. Try to keep your head in line with the spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Foot is flexed. Okay, and then back up to center. Come back to Dandasana. Do you have everybody have a yoga strap? There's one up there if you need one. If you're using a yoga strap, loop the strap around your feet and just take one end in each hand. And then bring your feet close together. And then reestablish your long spine by tilting that pelvis forward. Your chest is open. And the strap is just being used as leverage here. So just let your body come forward from the hip crease using the strap as leverage. You're going to feel this in the back of your legs, but also as long as you keep your neutral lumbar, you should feel a stretch in your lower back too. If you let your back collapse, you won't feel anything back here. So make sure your pelvis keeps tilting forward. It doesn't matter how far forward you come, just feel the stretch. And it should be a gentle stretch at this point. We're still warming up. If you can grab your feet, you can grab your feet, but just don't sacrifice your spine to do that. Keep the head in line with the spine, shoulders back and down. A couple more breaths here. General rule of thumb is a stretch should be at least 20 seconds. That's how long it takes for the muscle to relax into the stretch. You may not even think you're relaxing in the stretch. You may not feel like you're relaxing, but you are. One more breath. And then we'll come back up, remove the belt. And then bend your knees, support your hands behind you any way that you want. And then just let your knees fall to the right, lifting your left hip up, and then back to center, and then windshield over the other direction, and then back to center and windshield over to the right again, and then back to center, windshield over to the left, and then back to center. Plant your feet hip width distance apart. Now bring your hands with your fingers pointing toward your feet, and we're going to lift up into a reverse table. So your bottom comes forward and then up, chest open, keep control of your head, and try to get your bottom up as high as you can. This is big on the shoulders. Breathe, big chest opener here, breathe. And then very slowly, the bottom comes down. Good. And then reset in Dandasana one more time, just to get a nice long spine, activate the leg muscles. A couple of breaths here. As you breathe, feel the crown of your head reaching up, pulling your spine nice and long. Okay, now come around with your legs and come to table position. And from here, we're going to loosen up our joints. Take a deep breath with a flat back. And then as you exhale through your nose, slowly bring your bottom back towards your heels, lubricating all the joints along the way. Inhale back up to table, slowly breathing through your nose, make the breath last. Exhale back down toward your heels again. Inhale slowly back to table. Exhale, push into your cat back. So tuck your toes, arch your back, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, push the mat away, feel your spine open. And I like you to tuck your toes just to give your feet some exercise here too. And then inhale very slowly through your nose as you untuck your toes, untuck your chin, untuck your tail, and bring your belly down toward the mat into your cow pose. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, sit all the way back towards your heels. Make your breath last as you exhale through the nose. Inhale again back to your table. Exhale as you bring your right knee into the chest. Tuck your chin, nose to knee. Kick the right leg straight back behind you, level the hips. And then the left arm comes up to our balancing table. Engage those belly muscles, the abdominal muscles. Breathe here. Good. One more breath. And then the hand comes down. Keep your leg extended. Bring your foot down behind you. And then walk the foot out so that it's perpendicular to your body to the right side. Toes pointing forward. Weight goes into your left arm as you twist open to the right. Inhale, exhale, that hand comes down. Now, walk your foot forward, bend your knees, your right knee a little bit so that you can walk your foot forward so that it's somewhere in line with your hands. Okay, and then put weight into your left hand. And so you have a nice wide angle to the right leg, the bent knee, good. And then take your right arm and reach up over your head and reach behind you. Inhale, exhale, bring the arm back down, bend your elbow and bring your elbow toward the mat. It might not touch, that's okay, but just bring it toward the mat. And then again, you're gonna straighten your arm, reach back behind you, open the shoulder. And then bring the arm back overhead, bend the elbow back down toward the mat again. And once more, uncurl the arm, reach up and then back behind you. And then bring the arm back forward. And this time you're just gonna plant it down on the mat, walk your foot in, and then place one hand on either side of the front foot. So now your leg is probably at a big angle here. You want to bend your front knee so that it's above the ankle. So walk, yeah, exactly. So that the left knee is now back a little. Your front knee is directly above the ankle. Pad here if you need padding for your knees, because we're going to come up into Anjaneyasana here. And if anybody needs padding, there's some on the top shelf over there, or a blanket. Okay, so inhale, reach up and back, open the chest. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, exhale, twist back forward and up. Inhale, exhale, hands come down. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee off the mat. Take your right foot, step it back to plank, full plank. And now bring your knees down and you return to table. Good. Inhale. Exhale, cat back, tucking the chin, curl the toes under, arching the spine. Inhale very slowly into your cow, dropping the belly down, push the shoulders to the back of the mat, untuck your toes. And then exhale very slowly through your nose, come all the way back down towards your heels with your bottom. And then inhale very slowly back up to your table. Exhale, left knee comes into the chest, tuck your chin, nose to knee. Inhale, kick left leg straight back behind. Right arm comes up for the balancing table. Couple of breaths here. Engage the core muscles. Engage your glutes, your bottom muscles. Okay, hand comes down, foot stays extended. Walk the foot around so it's perpendicular to the left side of your body. Put weight into the right hand and twist open. Inhale, exhale, hand comes down. Walk the foot forward so that it's sort of in line with your hands. The knee is slightly bent. Put weight into your right hand, and then we're going to take the left arm up, forward, and over our head and reach behind. And then bring the arm back forward over your head. Bend the elbow, reach toward the mat with the elbow. And then once again, straighten the arm, reach up toward the ceiling, reach back behind you, and then bring the arm back over your head, back in front, bend the elbow, try to touch the mat. And then once more forward with the arm, up and back, and then over the head, and then bring the arm back down. You okay? You got a cramp? Okay, well, just tell me if I can do anything for you. Walk the foot in, I'm sorry, between your hands now. And then if the knee's bent, you want to bring the knee in front or above the ankle so that your calf is perpendicular. Good. And then get light in your fingertips. We'll come into Anjani Asana on this side. So lean back, open the chest, reach up and back, breathe. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Tuck your right toes, lift your right foot, right knee, and then step up to a forward fold here. Bend your knees a lot. Hang here for a moment in your forward bend with bent knees. So here you can use blocks in front of you if you like. And then just very gently and slowly just pedal one knee and the other, just to straighten one leg and then the other, very slowly, very gently, just enough to feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Go back and forth, slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, now take your right hand onto your left ankle. Keep your right knee bent as you straighten your left leg, and you're going to open your left arm to the side, twisting to the left. And then bring that arm back down. Left hand goes onto right ankle. Keep the left knee bent as you straighten the right leg, reach to the side, and then upward with your right arm. And then bring that arm back down, bend both knees, and then very slowly come up to standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra, and then pause in Tadasana, mountain pose. You okay now? Good. Drink water. I don't have any water to offer you, I'm sorry. Usually I have, back in the old days, I would have some here. Okay, Tadasana, mountain pose. Line up the spine, head on top of the shoulders. Breathe. Appreciate life. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit into your chair pose here. And we're going to pause here for a breath or two. So if your shoulders can handle it, you want your arms up. If your shoulders hurt, bring your arms forward. It's gentler on the shoulders. Keep your legs parallel with each other, tailbone down, so you're not arching your lower back. And just sit deeply into the chair. And here's where your ujjayi breath might come in handy. That's that guttural sound that when you close your glottis, you can hear your breath. From here, concentrate, because this takes a little bit of balance. You're going to take your right foot step back as far as it'll go so that you can come into a high lunge. So pay attention to the left knee. Make sure it's over the ankle, not forward of the ankle. It can be behind the ankle, not forward of the ankle. Ideally, it'd be just above the ankle. High lunge. So put weight in the back heel. Contract your right quads. Lift the right quadriceps. Feel your calf in the back leg. Feel the calf in the front leg. Okay, find a focal point so you have your balance so that you can step back up into chair. Good. And from chair, we're going to forward fold and touch down to the mat or the blocks in front of you. And then slowly straighten your legs, just enough to feel the stretch. And then bend the knees, come back through chair. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, come into your chair, Utkatasana. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Okay, find a focal point for your balance. We're going to step the left foot back this time. And step way back so that you can bring the right knee over the ankle. High lunge. So your back heel is off the mat. Unless you feel unstable, then you put the back heel down. Chest is open into your high lunge. Breathe. One more breath here. As you exhale, find your focal point, step back up, come into your chair pose. And then forward fold with bent knees all the way down. Hands come to the mat or blocks. Very slowly, straighten the legs. And then bend the knees. Come back up through chair. And then all the way back up, Urdhva inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Reset. Head right on top of the shoulders. Pretend you're lying on your mat. Okay, now we'll go into Vrikshasana, tree pose. This is very good for leg strength as well as core strength. So most of you, all of you, I believe, know what you're doing here. Find your focal point, pick a leg. If you need help with a pole or a wall, don't be shy. Get the balance on the leg, the other knee cocks out to the side, either into the ankle, calf, or into the thigh. And we're going to hold this for a little bit because this will help our leg strength and our core strength. You can bring your palms together if you're ready or want to. You don't even have to grow your branches. It's up to you. And I'm going to add something here. You don't have to do it, but if you feel like you have balance, sway your tree in the wind. You really have to focus to do this. Good. Good. A couple more breaths. Ujjayi breath comes in handy here. And then whenever you're ready, come on out and shake those legs out. Now you can tell how much work that standing leg is doing, can't you? Now we'll go to the hard side, because I bet you everybody started with the easy side, like I did. Find your focal point, cock the knee out so you're opening the groin. And whenever you're ready, bring the foot in. Just avoid pressure on the knee. Whatever you want to do with your arms. And then if you want to try to sway in the wind, totally up to you. Ujjayi breath helps you focus. Couple more breaths if you can. If you have to put your foot down, put it down and just come back up. No big deal. Okay, I see some good trees on the screen there too. All right, whenever you're ready, come on out. Shake all that out. You get it. You did get a little bit of it. I saw you. Well, that's all right. Let's come back to the tops of our mats. Grab blocks and have them handy beside your feet. In case you want to use them. Inhale up. Exhale, come into your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands on your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten your spine, crown of your head forward, tailbone back, flat back here. Inhale, Bend the knees, fold all the way down with your hands. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, step your right foot back. And this time we're going to plant the right heel and come into warrior one. So warrior one, your feet are hip width distance apart. Front knee is over the ankle or behind the ankle, just not forward of the ankle. Now, if you're having trouble keeping the outer edge of your back foot down, just shorten the distance between your feet. Bring your right hip forward, left hip back. Okay. So straighten the front leg, bring the arms into goddess arms. Good. And then rebend the front knee and then bring the arms back up to Urdhva Hastasana arms. Okay, inhale, straighten, goddess arms, straighten the leg. Exhale, back to warrior one. Inhale, straighten, come to goddess arms. Exhale, back to warrior one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior one. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, pivot onto your back toes. Hands come down on blocks or the mat. Step your left foot back to full plank. Inhale. Exhale, upward facing dog. You can put your knees down or not. You can uncurl your toes or not. Just make sure your chest is forward, shoulders are down. Good. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Pause in dog with a nice long spine. Squeeze the forearms together so your shoulders roll out. Make sure that your tailbone is way up in the air. Your chest is melting down toward your thighs. Good. Inhale, right leg up behind you. Exhale, swing it up between your hands. Or pick it up and put it there. Inhale. Exhale, step up. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands on thighs, straighten the legs, flatten the back, L shape. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, forward, fold, all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back, plant the left heel, and then come up to warrior one on this side. Front knee is bent over the ankle or behind the ankle. The outer edge of the back foot is planted firmly. Chest is open, tailbone down, so you're not overarching your lower back. Think about your tailbone going towards your back heel. Put weight, equal weight in both feet. Inhale, straighten the front leg, come into goddess arms. Exhale, come back to warrior one. Inhale, back to goddess. And then exhale to warrior one. Inhale, back to goddess. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, back to goddess. Exhale, warrior one. Pause here. Pivot onto your left toes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, hands come down on blocks or mat. Step your right foot back to plank. Shift your weight forward to upward facing dog, chest open, shoulders down. Toes can be curled or not. Inhale. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between the legs or pick it up and put it there. Inhale. Exhale, step up. And then very slowly rise up so we don't get dizzy. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then Tadasana, mountain pose. And take a moment to be present. Okay, inhale up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands on your thighs, straighten the legs, flatten the back. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down with your hands on blocks or the mat. Inhale, exhale, step your right foot back, plant the right heel, rise up again to warrior one. Okay, now we're going to windmill our arms open, step the back foot in toward the midline and come into warrior two. So your legs are lined up on a balance beam here. Front knee is over the ankle. Think about rolling that left thigh outward. You're looking forward, tailbone down, equal weight in both feet. Okay, good. Ujjayi breath comes in handy here. Keep your shoulders down. Feel your shoulder blades come down your back. Inhale as you straighten the front leg. Exhale as you rebend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend, pause. Ujjayi breath comes in handy. Breathe. Flip the front palm up. Reach over your head. Let your back hand rest on your back leg as you reach back to reverse your warrior. And then come back to warrior two. Good. So now we're going to windmill our arms forward. Step the back foot out. Come back to warrior one. Beautiful. Pivot onto the back toes. Hands come down beside the front foot. Step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, upward facing dog, with or without blocks, chest forward, shoulders down. Take a deep breath, exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between your hands or blocks. Inhale, exhale, step up. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands on your thighs, straighten the legs, flatten the back. Push your shoulders to the back of the mat. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bend knees forward, fold all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back. Plant the left heel. And then come into warrior one again on this side. Okay. Windmill arms, step the back leg into the midline, warrior two. You're on a balance beam now. Your feet are lined up. You're looking forward, tailbone down, sternum is up, shoulders are down. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, rebend. Pause here. Equal weight in both feet. Don't forget about the outside edge of the back foot. That has a tendency to lift. Flip your front palm up. Bring it over your head. The back hand rests on the thigh as you lean back. Reverse warrior. And then bring your arms back to your warrior two. Windmill your arms forward. Step the foot back out to warrior one. Good. Pivot onto the toes. Hands come down. Step the right foot back to plank. Upward facing dog. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, swing it up between your hands. Inhale, exhale as you step up. Very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. and then Tadasana. Everybody's getting all cramped up today. Oh my, that means we're not drinking enough water. Yeah, and magnesium, water and magnesium. Stand in Tadasana for a couple of breaths as an active rest. So we're active, our body's not limp. Our thighs are rolled in slightly, so our legs are active. His chest is open, shoulders down, belly in, head right on top of the shoulders. Mountain pose. Called mountain pose because you're solid as a mountain. If someone were to push you, you would not even move. You're solid. Okay. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Bring your hands onto the blocks. Step your right foot back and keep your right heel up. So we're coming into a high lunge here. The back heel is up. Your front knee is over the ankle. Okay. So with hands on blocks or mat beside your foot, it's easier if you use blocks here. Straighten the front leg very slowly. This is a very wide pyramid pose. Think about pushing your right hip forward, your left hip back. And then re-bend the front knee back to where it was. And then re-straighten. And then re-bend. And then once again, re-straighten. And then bend. So now we're in our high lunge still. Put weight into the right hand, twist open to the left. Left hand comes down. Straighten the left leg. And see if you can level your sacrum. So the tendency here is to let your right hip tilt forward. So you want to push that right hip up and the left hip forward. And now put weight into the right hand, and with the front leg straight, we're going to twist to the left. And then that hand comes down, rebend the front knee, and then step up. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale. T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees. Come all the way down. Hands on blocks. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps back to your high lunge. So make sure one hand is on either side of the front foot, not forward of it or not behind it, just either side. Make sure the front knee is lined up over the ankle or behind the ankle. Put weight into the back heel. Tighten the left quadriceps here. Think about a nice long line from the crown of your head to your back heel. Nice long spine. Good. Looks great. Beautiful. Okay. Inhale as you straighten the front leg. Exhale as you rebend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, and pause here in your lunge with a bent front knee. Put weight into the left hand, twist open to the right, so your arm is going to the side and up over the head. Inhale. Exhale, that hand comes down. Straighten the front leg. Bring your left hip forward, bring your right hip back. Feel like you can level your sacrum. And then put weight into your left hand. And with a straight leg, we're going to twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. Okay, from here, step your right foot back into a downward facing dog, with or without blocks. And then knees come down to the mat. And then sit back to child pose with your bottom toward your heels. And please rest your forehead on something, either a block, mat, or even you can fold your hands and even rest your head on your hands, whatever suits you. Just for a couple of breaths here. Okay, please push up and then come lying onto your backs. Have your strap and your block handy. Your heads are facing toward me, unless you're on Zoom, and then you can do whatever you want. So start with bent knees on your backs. If you want to put a loop in your strap, it's not absolutely necessary, but I find it a little more comfortable for what we're about to do. Okay, so with bent knees, take this strap, put it on your right foot, and then hold either both ends of the strap in your hands or the tail if you have a loop, and then straighten your right leg, have the sole of your foot point to the ceiling. So your left knee is still bent, your left foot is still on the mat. Right now you have a neutral spine, okay? So your back has a little bit of space in your lower back. So tug on the strap to see if you can bring your leg further toward your face. Go as far as you feel comfortable without lifting your hips. Make this right hip stay down. So the tendency is to crunch the side, that right side of your body. So if you feel your ribs, your hip coming toward your shoulder, push that hip to the bottom of the mat so that your ribs stay equal length on both sides. And then keep your back in neutral spine, meaning a little bit of lumbar space, and then very slowly straighten the left leg. And keep pushing your right hip toward the bottom of your mat. That right hip is going to want to creep up to avoid the stretch. And then just relax here. So we're stretching out the calf muscle. You can feel that. In fact, the whole hamstring area in the back of the leg, because we used a lot of those muscles today and in all the ups and downs and the straightening and bending. So now we're just re-lengthening the muscle by stretching it. Okay, please take your belt straps into your left hand. Keep your hip down as you bring your right leg toward the left of center. It's not going to take just a few inches before you can feel this. So pay attention to that right hip. I guarantee you, if you don't pay attention to that right hip, it's going to lift and you'll avoid the stretch. It takes me 2 inches to feel this. Okay, leg comes back to center. Bend the knee, remove the strap, and switch to the left foot. Start with your right knee bent, foot flat on the mat. Straighten the left leg up toward the ceiling, holding on to the tail of the belt, or if you have one strap and one tail in each hand. Think about your spine, your lumbar, neutral spine. Think about keeping your hips level, exactly where they are. And then straighten slowly your right leg long on the mat, keeping your spine the way it is, keeping your hips where they are. And then maybe you can bring your left leg even closer towards your head without lifting the hip. So mindfully push that left hip toward the bottom of your mat. think about equal length in both sides of your torso. And the foot's flexed. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg and relax here. Okay, now the strap is going to be in your right hand as you bring your left foot to the right of your center line. Don't let that hip creep up. Keep the foot flexed. And I will venture to say, if you can go any more than 3 inches over to the left, to the right side, your hip is coming off the mat to allow you to do that. Okay, back to center, bend the knee, remove the strap, put the strap aside. And then bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out to the sides, opening the groin area, and just let your arms rest in a T from your body. Let gravity gently open the groin area. Breathe. If you can tilt your head back a little bit and lift your chin just a little bit, just to open up your windpipe a little more. And then breathe very slowly. Bring your knees back together. Hug both knees into your chest. Roll around on your spine. And then please get comfortable for your Shavasana. Focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Mentally scan your body. Find any areas of tension, let them go. Let your thoughts float by and allow yourself a few moments of inner peace and solitude. Please bring your awareness back to your breath. Deepen your breathing as you make small movements to gently wake up your body. And then please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. Now, please very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Sakaru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. Jai yogis. Jai, jai, jai.